What's good, y'all? Gotta. I think I'm gonna do a double upload today. I don't know. But today we got death battle. I know I haven't done this on here before, but yeah, we're gonna do this one. I've seen a couple death battles before. I haven't seen this one though, so I decided to do this with y'all. I want to have another video uploaded. Hopefully it uploads, but we focused on this one right now. It's Omni-Man versus Homelander, Invincible versus The Boys. Both are good shows, by the way. You should watch them if you haven't watched them. And yeah, let's just see who will win. My bet is on Omni-Man because I just feel like he's just stronger. We've never seen Homelander. Well, Homelander do got some crazy stuff under his wing, but like Omni-Man is just crazy.
This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by BetterHelp and Mint Mobile. Omni-Man, the invincible champion from planet Viltrum.
Homelander, the world's greatest superhero, brought to you by Vought International.
Few heroes have stood the test of time with more aplomb than the very first, Superman. But what if absolute power did, in fact, corrupt absolutely?
Answer, we're all screwed. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's Omni-Man. Had you going there for a second, huh?
Not really. His name is in the...
Yo, when I first seen this show, I was like I didn't read the comics, so I didn't know what it was gonna be about. But I just when I saw him and like the rest of the superheroes, I'm like, okay, is this a parody show? Because like they pretty much look like the Justice League. Like he looks like Batman, and Omni-Man's pretty much Superman. They had a girl who was kind of like Wonder Woman, and then they had like a Flash character or whatever. So I thought this was gonna be a parody episode. But if you've seen this show and you've seen the last part of the first episode, you know it's not a parody episode. It's not nowhere near to what I expected, bro.
Title of the video.
Well, you might be forgiven for mistaking Nolan Grayson for his classic comic inspiration. He's even got that sexy mustache that he's not afraid to hide with terrible CGI. Born on the planet Viltrum, Nolan was sent to Earth to act as its superpowered alien defender and spread the enlightenment of his utopian
It really wants his son to think. Think, Mark, think.
homeworld.
And as his superhero alter ego Omni-Man, there was no one better suited to the task. He saved the world countless times, worked alongside the Guardians of the Globe, and even married and had a son, Mark.
Life couldn't be better until Mark inherited his dad's Viltrumite powers. That's when Mark found out that his dad was a stinking rat bastard liar.
Turns out, Viltrum wasn't exactly the peaceful utopia Nolan promised.
Peaceful in the sense that they culled half their population, murdering billions with their bare hands until only the strongest were left, united by a common purpose.
This Viltrumite empire then went on to conquer planet after planet in their home galaxy, murdering any who dared oppose them. So just scratch that whole peaceful part entirely.
And turns out Omni-Man was here to do that same thing to Earth. Sorry, Mark. Your dad's a dick.
Oh my god. This is like Kryptonians just taking over the whole world, bro. Imagine like 100 Supermans just going everywhere in the galaxy, bro. It's over with, bro. It's over with. It's bad, bro. It's bad.
Even worse, he's easily the most powerful being on the entire planet.
Imagine combining the raw power of a Kryptonian and the bloodlust of a Saiyan, and what you get is basically a Viltrumite.
Due to their unique DNA, Viltrumites are composed of smart atoms that they can manipulate to achieve superhuman feats, like holding their breath for weeks on end by drawing more energy from the oxygen inside them.
Kinda reminds me of that whole bioelectric aura thing Superman has. That's basically how comic writers bullshit a science-y explanation for his powers.
Exactly.
Except smart atoms make even less sense. How can atomic structure be designated by your DNA? DNA is made of atoms. It's completely nonsensical biological hogwash that I cannot stand.
Uh-oh, comics fans. I'm calling this debunked. Viltrumites can fly, withstand near absolute zero temperatures, and even possess insane healing factors. You know, stuff like getting punched through the stomach, having your guts ripped out, or having your face smashed up in a tomato soup. I don't mean to exaggerate, but Viltrumites in this series
Bitch
get
and mustache.
fucked up and somehow survive.
However, too much trauma to the brain or heart can overtax their healing factors, and intense heat can be especially damaging.
Okay, so basically I'm getting spoiled right now because I'm looking at comic panels that I didn't see in the show. Thanks.
Most powerful Viltrumites can be killed by extended baths in the spicy hot plasma of a
I'm assuming
star.
it's gonna be the
And
same with
because
the
of their
boys.
abilities, their inner ear vestibular system is far more sensitive than a regular human's. Intense sonic pressure will disrupt their fragile equilibrium and even prevent them from flying.
Though pushing themselves to their physical limits only ends up making them way stronger. And considering Nolan has been alive and planet conquering for thousands of years, he is easily one of the toughest Viltrumites around. Like, other aliens attacking him will literally splatter their bodies against him. But Mark didn't inherit everything from his dad. Despite his alien genes, Mark was raised as a human with our weak, pathetic human values like love and compassion and not brutally murdering the shit out of everyone you see like a maniac.
I mean,
Really made
yeah.
it difficult for Nolan to relate to his kid.
Such as when these aliens invaded Earth. Mark tried his best to minimize casualties and outsmart his numerically superior foes.
Nolan, meanwhile, tackled their leader through the portal back to their homeworld, then spent some time systematically annihilating their planet for even daring to take Earth from him. Classic generational divide.
Annihilate is underselling it. Nolan flew so fast that his body lit their planet's atmosphere on fire, creating
wow.
massive country-sized explosions, with his own body as the projectile.
Omni-Man has flown across galaxies in only a week, survived punching a hole through a planet, and even deflected a meteor the size of Texas.
Assuming that means the diameter of the meteor is equivalent to the distance from the top of the Panhandle to the Gulf of Mexico, that would make it 1,300 kilometers wide.
And weigh over 4.6 quintillion tons, moving at re-entry speeds of over 11,000 meters per second. It is
Damn.
hit with enough energy to destroy the moon twice over.
So Omni-Man is strong enough to slaughter those who considered him an ally, the Guardians of the Globe, all to ensure as
Flew from
seamless a
Earth to
transition becoming
Thraxa.
Viltrumite ruler
Thrax.
as possible.
Too bad for Nolan, it wouldn't be that easy.
Defeated
because he'd
Invincible,
have to
Out
go
the
through
Alien,
his
Space
son
Racer,
first.
Guardians of the
Mark
Globe.
was horrified by his father's treachery, spurred on by the reveal that Nolan only viewed his mother as a pet, a disposable broodmare. Invincible fought Omni-Man to save the planet.
And that's when Mark's real Viltrumite training began. Get it?
That,
Training?
bro,
Like
this scene was crazy, bro. Him going through the train like that, but oh well, man, I'm ready for season 2. I'm ready for season 2, man.
train?
Yes, we get it. It was a good pun. Jesus.
But if anything, it was Omni-Man that learned a lesson about humanity that day.
He may have tried to turn Mark into a Viltrumite, but in reality, as Nolan fled Earth with tears in his eyes, Mark made his father human. Welcome to Vought International, a multi-billion-dollar American conglomerate whose #1 products are the greatest superheroes on the face of the earth.
That's right, superheroes are real and they're big business.
Imagine a company that possesses a monopoly on popular culture, pumping out movies, TV shows, action figures, and video games constantly, drowning the masses in a slurry.
It's crazy because, like, even though this is a what if, I honestly think that this will actually happen. Like, if heroes were actually a thing in the world, they would be just like the boys, if not worse, or just as worse. You might have your good people here and there, but like there are gonna it's just like how celebrities are now. You have your weirdos, your people who are weird, but this is just them with powers. So it's just crazy, bro.
The focus-tested nostalgia opium with no end in sight.
Good show though.
Yeah.
Good show.
Imagine.
Within Vought's pantheon of gods among men is their premier super team, the Seven, and its leader, Homelander.
He's got the looks, the charm, the Jesus, and most importantly, he's got the power to slaughter all of America's enemies at home and abroad. This guy probably eats freedom and shits eagles.
But Homelander's squeaky clean corporate sheen is only skin deep. Far from the big blue Boy Scout he's marketed as, Homelander is
I didn't know he was
probably the
41.
closest thing to Lucifer on Earth.
Remember bad future Biff
He
from
only
Back to the
5'11"?
Future? Now give him superpowers and media training.
Vought's official story is that Homelander was an alien who landed here as a baby, a tale we're all familiar with.
And one that's total bullshit. Homie was made in a lab with Vought's proprietary super soldier serum, Compound V.
And he was a complete success.
Too much of a success.
Yeah,
he was
doped up.
murdering rooms of terrified scientists before his umbilical cord was even cut. In the comics, Vought had to keep a remote-controlled hydrogen bomb strapped to him at all times because they had no idea what else could possibly kill him.
As he grew up, he was subjected to psychological conditioning to make him the greatest and most profitable hero of all time.
It wasn't long before he debuted as Homelander, the ultimate defender of the
He's
American
weird, though.
dream.
He was drinking that
Homelander
milk.
possesses massive superhuman strength, speed, and durability. He can fly at hypersonic speeds, see through walls with X-ray vision, and detect a person's emotional state from just the sound of their heartbeat.
Superman.
But you know you're done for when he breaks out his heat vision, which is strong enough to slice through crowds of people or split airplanes in half.
Or screams so loud that it shatters the eardrums of anyone around him.
Those are
Wow.
innocent bystanders whose ears are exploding, by
Sindel.
the way. Oh yeah, he totally botched this mission to stop a plane hijacking, so he forced each and everyone on board to die in the resulting crash so they wouldn't reveal his incompetence.
Well, Homelander's powers may be real, but his heroism is a charade. Though he plays his part well, he cares nothing for the peons he's forced to protect.
The only
Facts.
thing he treasures is, ironically, his public image. Turns out being raised as a lab experiment doesn't create a healthy person. But don't worry, he eventually cleaned up his act and started a totally 100% healthy sexual relationship with
Yeah,
a
and she's a fucking Nazi. So like, what's going on, bro? What's going on? I think, bro, like, I didn't mean to spoil that for y'all, but like, bro, just go watch the show, bro. They're weird.
no superhero who just happened to be an actual Nazi.
Oh, they told you.
Speaking of sex, Wiz, you know how I'm always saying we should figure out how
Ooh, spicy. Yeah!
I'd figure like it good. Superman and Lois get busy? Well, forget that, because Homelander proved that they can't when his ejaculation blew his partner to smithereens. Who drew that?
Look, there's no way to sugarcoat this. Considering a human's load has much less mass than a shotgun pellet, it would have to be moving significantly faster to achieve the same energy, over 1,500 meters per second, or 4.5 times faster than sound.
That's right. Homelander can bust a nut faster than the speed of sound. Well, good night, everybody. Kind of sucks for humanity that they made this dude the most powerful being on the planet and a psycho murderer.
That's no exaggeration.
What is this?
Stillwell even commented that Homelander has
What was that? What animated show was that? I need to watch that. Is that The Boys Diabolical or is that something else? I need to watch that. Hold on. I need to watch
been
that.
immune to every weapon known to mankind, no matter how powerful. Humanity literally lacks the ability to kill him.
No, man.
That'd include nuclear weapons as powerful as the Tsar bomb, which exploded with the energy of 50 megatons of TNT.
Actually, it could have exploded with twice that. But the Soviets who created it were afraid it would irreversibly alter Earth's biosphere and end the world.
I still got Omni-Man.
That's right. We all almost died.
And that's the kind of shit Homelander can shrug off no problem. He's strong enough to throw a jet with one hand and fast enough to outspeed a C4 explosion.
Despite being an emotionally stunted man-child, Homelander is still surprisingly cunning and able to manipulate those around him.
Yeah.
Though it probably wasn't too smart to piss off the world's angriest limey, Billy Butcher. Yeah, turns out forcibly fathering a bastard son with someone else's wife is not a good idea.
Of note, as unjustifiable as it is, to Homelander, this gave him something he never had before. Some small measure of control over his own life.
Being born
Yep.
Vought's star pupil meant he was under their thumb from the day he was born. His superpowered son was the first thing that was truly his and might be his best option for a new beginning. Or not.
Okay.
All right, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death
Some good
battle!
shows, man. Some good shows.
Howdy, neighbor. Coco? It's warm. You know, Nolan, Homelander is more than just a superhero. It might be cynical to say this, but he's a brand. And it's very important to me that that brand means something.
Huh?
And if I'm playing second fiddle to some goddamn alien, what's really the point, right? What do you think, Debbie? Aw, she's shy. So, do we have an understanding? Get the fuck out of my country. I'm going to feed you your own heart.
I knew he was gonna laugh.
Shit. That was a great line.
He said, damn. Damn.
Country? Seriously? I'm not here for your country.
Yo, why they made dude look like, they made Omni-Man look like the dude from Psych, bruh. I'm gonna show a picture. It's probably right here, but bruh, he looks like the dude from Psych, bruh. Oh, damn. Ooh.
Never been hit by someone your own size before? You have to turn with the punch to reduce.
Tombstone?
What's the matter? Are you going to cry?
After I'm done with you, I'm gonna flash right that little shit son of yours! This worthless neighborhood! And every goddamn person you know!
Ah.
Remember what I promised you. Now swallow.
Fatality.
Christmas.
Oh, damn.
KO! Wiz, if there's a god, it sure seems like he was working out some aggression there.
Despite Homelander's dominance within the world of the boys, he's a big fish in a small pond.
7.2 billion times faster, 60 billion times stronger. So the nigga didn't have a chance. Healing factor, superior flight ability. Counters Omni-Man's flight by attacking equilibrium. So the sound barrier. Slightly more variety in abilities, true. Has little means of a killing blow. Okay, it's a negative. Much less experienced in taking hits. Also, because he really doesn't get banged up on in the show, so.
Relatively speaking, Homelander can move faster than sound, while Omni-Man can move faster than light. Homelander can survive a nuke, while Omni-Man can shatter the moon twice over.
To be fair, Homelander did have a couple of abilities Omni-Man didn't, like his heat vision.
Yeah.
And while Viltrumite healing factors have failed against continuous exposure to the heat of stars, that still took quite a bit of time, and there's no reason to think Homelander's heat vision was anywhere near that hot.
Hell, Nolan's tanked heat vision from the superhero Mean Supreme before, who can vaporize people in an instant.
Even
Damn.
if it was hot enough, Omni-Man's superior speed would cut him off before he could do any lasting damage. Similarly, despite being able to disrupt his equilibrium with his supersonic screaming, Homelander wasn't strong enough to capitalize on it in any meaningful way.
Plus, while Homelander is pretty devious when the situation calls for it, Omni-Man has been fighting and conquering worlds for thousands of years.
Yeah.
He comes from a warrior culture based on fighting.
Exactly.
Homelander, on the other hand, comes from a test tube and never had to push himself as a fighter because he was always so much
He's been,
stronger than
Omni-Man
everyone
been
else.
through more
That's
experiences.
the key difference.
He's more
between them.
experienced.
One is a warrior, and the other is a bully. Homelander was never going to give up easy, but Omni-Man's skill, power, and Viltrumite heritage earned him the win.
When it comes to Superman knockoffs, Homelander had to eat his heart out.
Yeah.
The winner is Omni-Man. Death Battle is back, and we've launched a brand.
Alright, y'all, that's the end of the video, man. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. It's been good, man. It's your boy Thunderman. I'm out, bruh.
Yeah, she wanna fuck with a goat. Spinning a band, put that on a coat. That nigga a bitch, I don't care what he told. Up in that chopper, send that boy straight to the doctor. It put a hole in his throat. Sure they gon' live with me, hop in that whip, pushing that.